go ahead and start, Ian.
God damn it.
Oh, okay. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the weekly recap of the NBA. Sorry we were not able to get week 1 out. By the time we had organized this, the weekly recap, week 1 had already passed and gone. But we're here now to recap week 2, and I am Ian, and with me is...
Emily. Howdy doodly.
Yes.
So, okay, so what we're going to do is just kind of go over, each of us are going to have a couple games to go over and just kind of talk about what the highlights were, who won, obviously, and just kind of discuss the match in and of itself and the ramifications for each division.
Yeah,
So,
and then at the end we'll have, like, the MVP races to see, like, which Pokemon are in the league in terms of kills and differentials, and that's about it.
yeah. So, just to preface this, just... Obviously, we're not going to talk about the Steven versus Mystic match because it hasn't occurred at the time of recording. So,
Yes.
probably should be a good match. It would be interesting to actually see Mystic play a game of Pokemon.
Goddamn.
But besides that, and then the Noah versus Skyla match is resulting in a forfeit where Skyla has lost. So, Noah gets a 3-0 win. So, that is just covering that ahead of time.
Yeah, there's more to that, but I don't feel like getting into that right now. So
Yeah. Alrighty,
Okay.
so Ian, if you want to go ahead and start with your first whatever match you want to discuss.
All right. Well, do you just want to do the matches like as they are on the screen?
Yeah, sure.
So you want to start with your match?
I mean, I guess. Okay, so my first match, or not my first match, but the first match that we're going to discuss was the one that I had against Liam, which was a 3-0 loss on my part. So he definitely took me out. I got really screwed by Pursuit. That was something that we even partially prepared for and
This is
discussed.
recap, not power rankings.
I am just going over the recap of the battle that I lost to Pursuit.
Never mind.
Matt.
Shut up.
Damn.
How is that? Are we not recapping the match? Isn't that the whole fucking point?
No, you got this. I'm just here.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then just overall missed a Thunder that might have been important, and then Sandrush would have killed it. But overall, Liam definitely outclassed me on this battle, so I definitely concede the win to him.
Yeah, definitely. I'm not entirely sure why he brought Sand, but the fact that he did kind of messed you up at the end, but yeah, that's a sad day.
Yeah.
All right, so the next match we have is Anthony versus Kat, and it resulted in a 3-0 win in Anthony's favor, and, well, it was a good match for what it was. It came down to a Mega Aerodactyl sweep because Kat got hacked. I don't have a better way to put it. Kat got hacked. His Electros got critted twice by a Sludge Wave that completely negated his Assault Vest Max Spadef investment, and in the end, he just had nothing to take hits from Mega Aerodactyl anymore. His team got weakened down severely, and he lost because of it. Well played, Anthony. I don't know how the game would have gone had the hacks not happened, but it would have been a completely different game. But overall, good win, Anthony.
I will say what was interesting for this match is if you just watch the first couple turns, you're kind of like, okay, well, Kat's about to just wreck him.
Yeah.
Like, honestly, I was in part of that match, and I left a couple turns in, and I was like, this is over. And then all of a sudden I'm hearing that Anthony won, and I'm like, wow, that must have been a pretty good comeback. So it was definitely a good game to go back and watch because it was a lot of back and forth, and it came down to hacks. Or not hacks, but damage rolls and stuff.
Yeah. Had he not low-rolled with the Gengar, Kat probably would have won that match.
So then the next match I would just talk about would definitely be the Harry versus Jake game. So honestly, like, Jake had the lead throughout most of this match, in my opinion. It definitely was a good game. There was a period of time where it looked like Harry was about to come back. So, like, I nicknamed him, like, the comeback kid. I really thought at the end he was going to take it and take down Jake, but Jake had a vengeance after losing to Noah. So he definitely got and deserved that win.
Yeah, definitely. Uh, yeah, I don't really have too much to add to that. Harry kind of let his Mons take a bit too much damage in the early game. Like, Sheer Force Nidoqueen just kind of punched holes into his team that were later allowed to be exploited by Mega Diancie, and that's about it.
Yep.
I would just like to say that that was the only vengeance that had worked this week because look what happened to Connor.
Poor Connor.
Poor Connor. he got hit up by the analyst squad. Anyway.
Yeah, we'll get to that. But just ignore Skylar versus Noah right there.
Yeah,
The next one was GG versus Matt, which was a really good it was a really cool back and forth game. Like, it was probably one of the closest games that it came down to. Matt needed to hit a hurricane in order to win. There were some misplays on both ends,
Sure.
it was like they were just completely. It was like they were trading blows, but Embor at the beginning just ripped holes through his team, and GG brought some really interesting sets, but Matt just kind of, at the end, it just kind of overwhelmed GG. But it did come down to a hurricane hit, and had that hurricane missed, we'd probably be on the opposite end of the spectrum for GG. So
I think my favorite part of that was the Rotom versus Ditto into Rotom, where it was just Thunderbolt back to Will-O-Wisp nonstop until one of them went down.
yeah, nobody could touch each other.
That was like a 15-turn exchange.
It was like half the match.
I kept expecting like someone to switch out, and for that someone I expected to be Matt, honestly. But
I had no reason
overall,
to keep
I mean,
Ditto.
he won,
Anyway.
so it worked out for him.
I mean, he didn't really have too much you could really swap into Rotom, because
Yeah.
if he brought in Donphan, he risked getting Leaf Storm predicted, and I don't think anyone wanted that. Well, by anyone I mean Matt, but all right.
Right. So the next game comes down to I want to talk about Connor versus Jimmy.
Mhm.
This game was awesome, just because it was funny. The back and forth, like, you thought he was gonna lose, you thought he was gonna win, you thought he was gonna lose, and then supposed hacks and all this stuff, and Connor lost.
I mean, is it really hacks if the battle goes on for that long?
Yeah. I mean, eventually you're gonna get a Scald Burn. Eventually you're gonna get a Spidef drop. Now, it was a very crucial Spidef drop on the Keldeo, but
Hack
I mean,
drop.
yeah, especially that's what I meant. Sorry. I don't know what I'm reading right now that I just read.
Yeah.
But it was an important drop that pretty much basically won the game for him.
I will say this for Connor though. He did say earlier that he should have went for Hydro, but he was scared of missing. Had he actually went for that, then I think Jimmy probably would have lost this game. But
Yeah.
it came down to Connor. I guess he panicked when he saw the special attack drop, and
Mm-hmm.
I can't speak for him though.
And then the last game would be you.
Yep, the last game is me versus Lahan. That was an 0-2 game in Lahan's favor. I lost, and I'm not going to sugarcoat it. I think I played to the best of what I could given the scenario, but I just he overwhelmed me. He played better. He played better than I did. His prep was slightly better than mine was, and my team just could not quite handle Aself at the end, especially when I forgot that Rock doesn't resist Psychic. So I let my Terrakion go down for no reason, just expecting it to live, because I was stubborn in my thinking, even when the calc told me otherwise, which ultimately cost any chance I had of coming back in that game or lowering the differential. But yeah, good game to Lahan. He's tearing it up this season. He deserved it, and that's what I got to say.
Okay, so I did have one question in the sense, are we doing an MVP for the week, or are we doing an MVP so far?
Well, it's kind of like the top 10 Pokemon, top 10 Pokemon
MVP
kills.
like, at this current moment.
Okay.
Switch to that.
So
If we take a look, sorry.
just kind of scanning over the Pokemon with the best differential at the moment is
Oh,
Galvantula.
it's on the sheet.
But
Oh, does she
Yeah.
not have the sheet?
no, I don't have any sheet.
Oh, yeah, like.
Well, I sent you the link.
Oh, okay. Sorry, I haven't checked my email.
Have you
Hold
not
on.
been seeing it the entire time?
No, I only found out about it.
Oh, I thought we told you.
today. No,
I sent you a link and I told you.
I know you sent it. I know. There we go. Let me look at it. Hold on. Okay.
It's
Are we
okay.
going from 10 to 1?
That would make sense.
Sure.
Okay. So number 10, and keep in mind, Mamoswine might wind up being higher. It's just he hasn't battled, so we can only go with the differential that he currently has, and that would be 3 to 1 with the Austin Absol as Mamoswine on behalf of Steven.
And then at number 9, the first member of the Pure Prinplups you'll be seeing on this list, coached by Jimmy, is Entei
Jimmy!
with a 2 differential.
Jimmy!
Jimmy.
And then number 8, I did contribute quite a few kills to this Pokemon,
Yay.
but Mega Garchomp with the Calgary Flareons on behalf of Liam in his defeat over me this week.
And we got the real god.
Yeah, the real god over here.
And we got number 7, the god himself, Electros with 4 kills, 1 death from the Mexico City Ludicolo's, coached by our very own cat on a sandwich, hot dog, space, whatever he happens to be this week. Good job, Cat.
And then on Noah's team comes out. Keep in mind, Noah also took a forfeit win, so we're only going off of the basis of 1 match, so he could wind up being higher, that kind of thing. But the Hibaudon with the 4-1.
Yeah. Poor Jake. And number 5, we got the other member from the Peoria Prinplups, and is the only Pokemon on this list that hasn't died yet. With a 4-0 differential, it is Clefable, again coached by Jimmy.
Jimmy!
Jimmy.
Shut up, Jimmy. Wait, I'm sorry, Dad.
And
You're grounded, son.
God damn it.
yeah, and number 4 as this one.
Sorry.
I contributed a lot of kills to this one, so that's Azelf.
Azelf at 5-2 from the Carolina Talent Flames, which would be Caroluna. I can't read today. I'm trying here. Which would be Lejean.
Good job, bud. And at number 3, we got, after the amazing comeback after week 1, we got the Mega Aerodactyl, coached by the Santa Barbara Scissors, and Anthony, and has a 5-1 differential. Good job, Anthony.
And then with number 2, we have from the Dallas Star U, Jake with the 5-1 Mega Deontay, which was pretty good, pretty crucial in his win against Harry.
Yeah, and at number 1, we have the MVP from it still reigning to a high from its week 1 performance. It is Galvantula, coached by the woman at my side right here, Emily, 6-1 from the Tampa Bay Tyrantrums. Congratulations, Emily.
Congratulations on Galvantula.
I'm sure
It didn't get a single kill week 2.
I'm
It
sure
just-
Anthony still has PTSD. He just can't sleep at night.
I actually changed my background on my computer now is of a Galvantula, just in honor of Aragog from that
Every
tweet.
time Anthony sees a spider, he just has to kill it.
Aragog, the god.
Aragog the god.
But that's all. That's about it. I think. Right? Anything else you want to add?
Nope, just we got a lot of good matches that we can look forward to with not the return, but the return or introduction of Justin will definitely bring a lot of excitement to his battles this week.
Mhm.
So definitely looking to see how.
You mean
That
a lot of
goes.
destruction to his opponents.
And
Yeah, I'm trying to look and see when I face him.
I
Okay,
gotta,
it's not for a couple more weeks.
yeah. And I gotta say, if this is the quality of matches we can expect to see from the NBA, I'm very privileged and happy to be a part of this league.
Yeah, this week there weren't any like stomps. Everything was pretty good. I think the closest to a stomp would probably be Liam over me, to be honest.
I'm
I think the Noah Skyla match was pretty good.
Yeah.
the one that didn't count.
Hmm Or the Mystic Steven one was even better.
Yeah, that one's pretty legendary. We'll be talking about that one for weeks.
Go down in history
That-
books.
Instant classic.
Alright.
Direct to digital.
That's the weekly recap, guys. I'm Ian. And,
I'm Emily.
And we're signing off.
That was horrible.
Peace.